What's going on, guys? Purple Grizzly. I have not done a commentary for quite a while, so this should be sort of a refreshing thing, and I'll get to why I haven't done it in a minute. But yeah, so this commentary today is going to be a little more of a serious topic. So if you're looking for a funny, entertaining video, I mean, this video could be entertaining, but it's not going to be on a funny side. Click away, because I'm going to be talking about some pretty serious stuff. Things that people deal with every day that, are very serious and very real. So, hope you enjoy it. So, let me go ahead and let you guys know why I have not been doing so many commentaries as frequently as I would like. From the beginning of the year, I've gotten sick like twice with a cold, and those of you who have had colds, and I'm pretty sure that's everyone on the face of the earth, knows that they suck, and you just don't feel like talking or doing much. Your nose is stuffed up, your throat is sore, and it's just a really irritating thing. And on top of this, a good friend of mine by the name of Reflexa, I've done a few videos with him in the past, a few Black Ops dualtages. He's been a really good friend of mine, and I found out a week ago that he committed suicide, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, is suicide and depression. So just a heads up, it's going to be really serious. For those of you who are a little bit younger, I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of a description of what depression really is. It's a feeling, and it's really common in teenagers, where you're always sad, you're always down in the dumps, your life is sucking, there's things that are not going on, and you're not happy anymore. You feel like just staying in your room all day in bed, and you don't feel like doing anything. You feel like you're worthless. You feel like your life is meaningless. And some people have it more serious than others, and go to the point where they feel like they want to commit suicide. This is something I've dealt with before. Not many people at all have known this. like no one's really known this except for a few of my friends. So I figured I could go ahead and talk about this, and you know what, it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if it helps out one person, it's well worth the time that I would spend talking about it. So depression is it's not a good thing. It's not a healthy thing. It's a very life endangering thing. Doctors would describe it as a chemical imbalance. It's where your brain, when you're happy, your brain releases these chemicals called serotonin or something like that, and it's what makes you happy. It's what makes you feel good. And depression is having too less of that, and you're not enjoying things that you normally would. So doctors will describe things like antidepressants to help boost your serotonin levels, which it does work most of the time. But those of us who have been into depression knows it's could be a lot more complicated than a chemical imbalance, whatever you want to say. So let's talk a little bit about what you can do if you are depressed. I'm definitely almost positive that one person, at least one person watching this, is either dealing with depression or has dealt with it in the past. There's a lot of things that you can do. Most people who are depressed, like my friend Reflexa, I mean, you tend to hide it. It's easy. It's a very shameful thing, and you don't want people to know about it, but that's one of the most deadly things you can do. Personally, like, if I knew my friend Reflexa had this going on, if I knew he was serious about taking his life and stuff, and if I knew like he was not happy with life, I would have talked to him. But people tend to hide this kind of thing, and if you're feeling this way, it's not a normal thing. So you really need to tell someone. You need to tell a close friend, your parents, someone that you trust, that you can talk to, because it will save your life. There's all kinds of crisis lines you could call if things are really serious. You're really thinking about killing yourself. I mean, calling 911, it might be one of the hardest things you could do, but it's it really it saves you because, like, suicide, it's a it's a permanent solution for a temporary problem, if that makes any sense. Now, if you're currently dealing with depression and you're thinking about taking your life and maybe ending it all because your life is worthless, it's meaningless, and no one likes you, I can tell you that you're very wrong, because my friend Reflexa thought similar. He didn't know how much people cared about him. After he committed suicide, hundreds of people were affected by this. Everyone was posting on his Facebook wall. I think if he realized how much people cared about him, he wouldn't have done it. So I mean, whether it's your friends or family, you affect people around you, and people care about you. You may not see it, but it's really there. Um, and if you're not dealing with depression, and you're giving someone a hard time, you're picking on someone, you might be giving them the death sentence. I mean, you don't know how bad a kid has it at home. You don't know how bad someone's life could be. And, you want to pick at them because they're funny looking, they're stupid, they're too fat, whatever it is. You could be doing something very serious, so serious it'll make them want to end their life. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're at this point of depression, I want to let you know, there are people that care about you. Things do get better. There was a point where I wanted to end my life. I did not want to deal with anything, and thankfully, by certain things, I got out of that. And if you're feeling this way, you need to talk to someone. Remember, even if I really don't know you that well, I'm always down to talk to anyone. You guys could get in contact with me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'd love to talk to you. So, your life has a meaning. You're not worthless, and many people can say the same. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.